Welcome to Monday Night Postgame presented by Abbott. I'm Scott Van Pelt. Good to be back with you. The Saints improved to 4-2 with a victory in Seattle. Ryan Clark here with a tape breakdown of how the Saints defense really controlled this one outside of one play. Louis Riddick and Brian Griese standing by with their view from the booth. First, let's get back out to Seattle where Lisa Salters is with the winning quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Jameis, what do you think of the way your rookie kicker stepped up for you tonight?
Brian, he did an excellent job, man. We got him on Monday, so the resilience, the tenacity that he had to come out here in a tough environment to lock in and make those field goals was critical for us.
Like you said, this is a tough place to play. You got to come in here with a little bit of an attitude. What kind of an attitude did you guys come in with tonight?
We just had to come in and get a tough win. We know that our opponent was going to be gritty. We knew that they rarely lose at this place, but it was a primetime game. It was a tough-fought game, and we did our job.
Now, Alvin Kamara really did everything for you guys tonight. Just how much easier did it make having him coming out of the backfield?
Man, he always doing everything for us. I'm just so grateful to have him as a teammate, and his skill, talent, his intelligence is above par.
No turnovers tonight. You told us that what Sean Payton has really taught you is not to do too much, not to try to do too much. How were you able to translate that onto the field tonight?
Just taking what they give me. There was a tough out battle. They played some great defense. We won this game in the trenches. We executed at the end. So I just thank God for allowing us to do this thing.
Get on the right part.
Yeah.
I keep leading, boy.
That's my guy.
Keep leading.
Hold on. Come on over.
My dog. You too, bro.
Keep leading, boy.
DeMario, you said that they were not going to run against us, that we're just not going to let them run against us. What kind of an attitude did you guys have tonight?
It's different. We're a family. We get inside these lines, it's one mentality on defense especially. Defend every blade of grass. We can't give up nothing. We get the ball back to two in the offense. We know they're going to take care of business. And we're going to play, we're going to do what we do.
It wasn't pretty. What does this one say about this team?
Same thing that all of them say. When you go against Who That Nation, you got to bring your hard hat. It's going to get real inside the trenches. This is our type of atmosphere. Rain, grit, grind. They were trying to do a little talking here and there. We was like, play between the whistles. Play between the whistles. We ain't going to do all the talking and jibber-jabber. We bring our hard hat when the play starts and when the play finishes. To come into this place, a hostile environment, going against a great team like that, fundamentally sound, it says a lot about this team.
Thanks, Mario.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Congratulations on the win.
Do your research on the Week 7 finale. Sloppy night, but Jameis Winston was clean. The fourth start without a turnover this season, matching his total from the 18 and 19 seasons combined. As we know, that hasn't always been his strength. Winston's favorite target, throw it to 41, Steve.
All day.
Texas route. Kamara racks up 128 receiving yards, second most in his career, fifth career 100-yard receiving game, tied with Christian McCaffrey for the most by any active running back. Those are the positives for the winning side. On the other end of it, Seattle, they fall to 2-5 for the first time since 2011, which puts them 5 back of first in the NFC West through just 7 weeks with Russell Wilson's injury clearly impacting them. Louis Riddick and Brian Griese join us as they do every Monday night. Maybe not a work of art on the offensive side, but Louis Riddick, you got to be smiling as you watch this Saints defense really do their job. It's astounding. One play accounted for more than half of the passing yards that Geno had in this game. How do you best describe what the Saints' effort on defense looked like to you?
It looked championship level, Scott. And look, I think DeMario Davis set that expectation in our production meetings right from the get-go. He said, look, I can already tell you this. The run game, you can go ahead and cancel that. Just throw that out the window. Teams are going to play one-dimensional against us because that's the way it's always been. And think about it. In 4 years, this defense has allowed 200-yard rushers. And those 200-yard rushers came in the same game. Tonight, they allowed 90 yards rushing total. So after they shut that down, they went to work on the passing game. And look, Geno just didn't have the answers for it outside of DK Metcalf's big play. And it's not really shocking. I mean, what can you expect from Geno at this point, given his relative lack of inexperience on the field with this offense, with this new offensive coordinator? I think it played out exactly the way you probably expected it to.
And that said, Brian, I was somewhat surprised. I mean, look, you hit the one big one, but it felt like Seattle's insistence on trying to run it into the teeth of a defense that just doesn't surrender yards. I found that kind of odd. What did you make of that?
Why do I have to talk about bad offense? Why can't I talk about good defense?
Go ahead.
Scott? Why?
Do as you please. Do as you please.
Listen. I love Demario Davis. I mean, I love everything about him. Tonight was his game. He and Dennis Allen. And Dennis Allen called a fantastic second half. We talked about that, mixing up zone, man, getting after Geno Smith, confusing him there on that last drive. But Demario Davis is the straw that stirs the drink on defense, and 10 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks. He couldn't do anything more. Now, you can look at the other side and Geno Smith. You know, it's hard to run the ball against that team. But if you just get into a drop-back game, that's not what Pete Carroll wants to be. So they had to play a perfect game, and they needed mistakes from the Saints, and they didn't make them.
You know, Scott, if I could just jump in here and just say this. Ironically, they were still close to being in a position to go ahead and win this football game. Pete Carroll told us that his best teams were about balance, and he didn't mean run-pass. He meant offense, defense, special teams. All 3 phases making a play, and eventually it leads to wins. Well, the offense had a big play. They had an explosive play. They were still matching the Saints point for point, so to speak. The defense gave them a short field, so they held up their end of the bargain. The offense didn't turn over the football, so they held it. So really what really broke down for them was special teams. 2 missed field goals. Therein lies the difference of the game. So they were still close, despite the fact that it was ugly.
This means the margin for error is too slim.
There's no doubt, but that's how they have to play.
Offensively, they have
to play.
They have to be more explosive to win games like this. And one explosive play is not going to cut. We watched Russell Wilson go all over the place, and Tyler Lockett had 2 catches tonight for 12 yards.
And that's why they need number 3 back.
Yeah,
quickly.
Well, obviously, he makes a massive, massive difference. Lewis, Brian, if we've established nothing in our time together, I think you know that you can talk about whatever you please. The question is more just a suggestion of where we might go. If you want to take the ball and go in another direction, I'm really powerless to stop you. As always, the time is appreciated. Look forward to talking next Monday. It'll be an interesting one. Kansas City, I didn't think we'd be saying around Halloween they're in desperate need of a victory, but they truly are to change the direction of the season. Look forward to talking then, all right?
Okay.
Thank you, man. All right, so this is what FPI has to say about the chance to make the playoffs. It's grim from Seattle's perspective. You lose Russell Wilson, clearly you're going to struggle. As for the Saints, chances to make the playoffs improve up to 80% with a 4-2 record coming out of this one. They will be stressed on defense in a different way with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers up next. When we continue on SportsCenter, we'll head back to Seattle, a comprehensive look at how the Saints knock off Seattle. Ryan Clark breaking down the key factor, as only he can. Plus, NBA is back. We got a bunch of dunks to bring you, along with the results and bad beats. It's ugly. Mac totals in the spotlight. That's next on SportsCenter.
Thanks for watching Monday Night Postgame, presented by Abbott. Abbott, life to the fullest.